There's a difference between what you say and what you stand on. And in hip-hop, that difference is everything. Because this culture was built on authenticity, on living what you rap, on meaning what you say, which is why when someone like Jay-Z speaks, people listen not just because of the music, but because of what he represents. A mogul, a billionaire, a figure of authority in hip-hop. So when Jay-Z recently addressed the sexual assault allegations that were brought against him and later dismissed, his words carried weight. He made it clear that no one should place serious accusations like that on a person's life without concrete evidence.
This civil lawsuit that was dropped, dismissed.
That shit took a lot out of me. I was angry. I haven't been that angry in a long time. Uncontrollable anger. Like, you don't put that on someone. Like, that's the thing that you better be super sure. It used to be like that. Like, you have to be super sure before you put those kind of things on a person, especially a person like me. Like, even when we were doing the worst things, we were doing bad, we had those kind of rules. There was a line, no women, no kids. You know, you hear those sayings, but those are things that I took from the street. You know, morals, integrity.
Code.
Those things I took because we lived and died by that. So it's strict for me, like it meant a lot to me. I took that really hard.
And on paper, that sounds like accountability. That sounds like leadership. That sounds like truth. But the problem isn't what Jay-Z said. The problem is what he's aligned himself with. Because at the same time, Jay-Z is calling for responsibility. He's also connected to one of the most explosive and controversial narratives in modern hip-hop. A narrative driven by Kendrick Lamar aimed directly at Drake through a song The World Knows, Not Like Us. Let's be clear about what that song did. It didn't just diss Drake. It went further. It pushed allegations about his character, serious ones suggesting inappropriate behavior.
Certified lover boy, certified pedophiles, trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor.
Accusations delivered through music and then amplified by millions.
Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young.
And here's the key point. Those claims were never proven. Drake denied them. No court validated them. And legally, diss tracks are often viewed as exaggerated expression, not factual reporting. So now we have two realities existing at the same time. On one side, Jay-Z saying, don't put serious accusations on someone without evidence. On the other, a cultural moment, he helped elevate where exactly that happened on a global scale. Because let's not ignore Jay-Z's role here. Through Roc Nation's partnership with the NFL, he has influence over the Super Bowl halftime show, the biggest stage in entertainment. And in 2025, that stage belonged to Kendrick Lamar, not just as an artist, but as the voice of that moment. A moment defined by Not Like Us, a song that shaped how millions of people viewed Drake, whether proven or not. Now, to be fair, Jay-Z did respond. He said Kendrick was chosen because of his artistry.
The stats show Kendrick broke the audience record.
Yep.
It's not rocket science. It's like, this is the music of our time. And it should be represented on the biggest stage because these are some of the, I'm not saying they're the only artists, right? Obviously, other artists would be offended.
Yeah.
But I think that was the right choice.
He said Kendrick was chosen because of his artistry, because of his impact, because of what he called a monster year. And he even admitted that the Kendrick versus Drake battle went too far, that it crossed into personal territory. But that's exactly where the contradiction lives. Because if you recognize something went too far, why reward it with the biggest platform possible? If you believe accusations require proof, why stand behind a moment built on unverified claims? That's not just a gap. That's a disconnect between principle and practice. And this isn't about picking sides between Kendrick and Drake. This is about consistency. Because Jay-Z isn't just another artist in the culture. He's one of the people shaping it. And when you're in that position, your actions speak louder than your interviews. Hip-hop has always been aggressive. It's always pushed boundaries. But today is different. Because now, a line in a song can become a headline. A diss can become a narrative. And a narrative can become reality in the eyes of the public, even without proof. So when Jay-Z says we need evidence before making serious accusations, he's right. But leadership isn't just about saying the right thing. It's about standing on it even when it's inconvenient, even when it goes against the biggest moment in the culture. Because if the rules only apply when you're the one being accused, then it's not principle, it's protection. And that's the real issue here. Not just what Jay-Z said, but what his actions suggest. Because in hip-hop, you can't separate the message from the moment. And right now, those two things don't fully match.